She's prestige. She's modern. She's traditional. She's magnificent. She's beautiful. She's 40 and fabulous Naija.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. If you're fabulous, if you're fabulous, if you're fabulous, if you're fabulous, she's strong, vibrant, independent. She's brave, able and courageous, empathetic, value, she's cherished. She's a mom, sister and wifey, mother to all generation, yeah. No, yeah, 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 marama.
We have our cayenne pepper. It's already in your pot this morning. We have our cayenne pepper. We have our honey. You took your tea this morning and you had honey in it. This is castor oil, and it's a cold pressed castor oil. We have our potato here. This is Irish potato. This is Gary. And this is eucalyptus oil. We have our water. So those are the things we're going to use. So please don't ever forget that the God who created you loves you so much that he wants you to be in good health. And then there's something amazing about the human body. Don't ever forget that. The human body has the ability to heal itself. If you remember the excellency that spoke with us on Friday, he said even though his organs were failing, he had a lot of chronic diseases, instead of taking drugs, he stepped back and applied the natural remedies. And when he did that, in just few months, his organs, his body, his system was like that of a baby. Now, this thing we are learning this morning is very important, and I want you to share it when you go home. Share it with your loved ones, share it with your children, teach them. If they're in the hostel, if they're anywhere, they can also know what to do. I call it your health empowerment. I always go, or if you need me, I can always come to wherever you are. I'll teach this and a lot of other things free of charge. Now, there's something that happened some years ago during the COVID-19. You see that a lot of people died. But I tell you that some of the things on this table will always fight flu. Wherever you are, you have flu. We're going to show you, we're going to do the flu bomb. We're going to do a lot of things that you and your family can use. All right, so the first thing we're going to do this morning, I don't even know which one we're going to start with, but I think we should start with onions. Onions is a powerful remedy for both your body when you take it and when you apply it externally. Everything you can use internally, you can use externally. As small as and as common as these onions is, it can save life and it can also help you in case of emergency. For example, if you have a child that has earache and they are always crying, this earache, and maybe they have pulse is coming out. Remember that onions is a drawer. It pulls. It's a drawer. So what you just do is boil the onions. Oh my goodness, we don't have knife here. Captain, can you help me with knife, please? Sorry. Sorry. So, onion is a drawer. Another drawer we have on the table is this. Potato is also a drawer, and I'll tell you how to use it for different things. So, onions is maybe let's wait for her just 1 minute. So for earache, what you do is you cut the onions into two and you steam these onions. By the time you steam it, you use a cheesecloth. A thin cloth like this. Remember, you have steamed it, and then you just place it on the baby's ear. Just place it on the ear and hold it, fasten it. This is all you need. As simple as that. And that pulls out. In fact, a baby that had it, she has had this earache for days. Oh dear, it has entered my eyes. And then by the time immediately the mom put it in her ear, she slept for 2 hours. This is a baby that hasn't slept for about 3 days. So this is what another thing you can do with this onion, just as it is without boiling it, is sorry, I have to take off my shoe. When somebody is coughing uncontrollably, maybe in the night, and you don't know what to do, can you see what I'm doing?
Yes.
You slice these onions, you put it on your feet, use this, you can use a towel, cover it, then use the plastic wrap it and wear your socks, especially in the night. If you are having cold, some of you have cold, just do it and sleep. You will see that your body will absorb everything and it will clear your airways. Now, before I forget, your feet, it has a lot of pores. Your feet has a lot of pores, and then for the reflex, whatever you put there, it goes straight to your head, to the chest, it clears the chest and your abdomen. So you use the onions that way. Another way you can use the onions is when you are making a flu bomb. First of all, let's do cough syrup first before the flu bomb. So we're going to make a cough syrup, and it's friendly to even babies. And you are using just 2 ingredients, and it works very, very well. This cough syrup, you make it, it stays for, in 24 hours it's ready. So you need, where is the second one? Okay. So what you just need is to thinly slice your onions. What are we making now?
Cough syrup.
Yes,
Flu
cough
bomb.
syrup. No, we're not making the flu bomb yet. This is just cough syrup. I said let's make a cough syrup before the flu bomb.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please. Go ahead. I needed something to cut this. Okay, go ahead, your question.
Captain. Write it on a piece of
Captain.
paper.
Captain, can you get the questions? Oh, okay. So what you do is very, very simple. You take some onions, put we're just using this to show you. What we use is a glass jar. We use a glass jar. These I'm just showing you. You don't use this in the house, please. You use a glass jar with cover. So when you put the first layer of onions, this is not transparent, so you might not see what we're going to do, but it's just for practical. This is pure honey. Okay, so I've put the first layer. Please, are we together?
Yes.
I've put the first layer of onions. Then you take honey, teaspoon, but because this is small, so we'll use half teaspoon of honey. Then you take another layer, you put in it, and you put your half teaspoon of honey. I'm using half teaspoon because this is just a very small quantity.
Sorry, you added something before
The onions.
Oh.
So this is the third layer now. Each layer of onions you put, you add your honey.
Okay.
It's a pity that this is not a transparent jar. If not, before we end the end of this class, you would have started seeing the reaction immediately. You would have started seeing the reaction. But in the next 24 hours, you see the water will be there. The syrup would have formed. And you put it in the refrigerator. It can stay even 1 month or more.
Okay.
You use it for cough syrup. It's very, very potent cough syrup. Children take it, everybody take it. Yeah, I think, Captain, for the sake of this class, can everybody just talk and so that it will be very interactive. All right. Okay, so this we have our cough syrup. The next thing we're going to do.
Write it, please. When you read your question loud and then you answer it.
Okay, we have a question here. The question is, if you tie the onions under your leg and okay, how long can it stay before removing it? Basically, it works most when you are sleeping in the night. So you remove it in the morning. The same thing too with garlic. In some cases of asthma, bronchitis, you can also use this. But when you are using, let me leave it when we're coming to garlic, we'll talk about that. So this is in the morning, or at least 6 hours. You will see the person will feel relief. At times you travel and somebody is just coughing, uncontrollably coughing. Please, if you have onions, quickly help the person. It doesn't take anything. Cut it, put under the feet, wear the socks, and wrap it first. Wear the socks and down. That is done.
Can the onions be grated, not cut, but grated?
Yeah, sure, it can be grated. Then it can also be thinly sliced. When it's thinly sliced, it works even faster.
40 and fabulous Naija.
Okay, so we're going to do our.
So everybody can take it, like adults, babies.
Is it the cough syrup?
The cough syrup.
Oh, sure. Babies can take it, yes.
As an observation, I also know a recipe like that. It's practically a Polish recipe with onions, but you can take the onions almost immediately within 30 minutes. It means you cut the onions and you put sugar, but it lasts only for 24 hours. You must do a new one. Every day you must do a new one.
Okay, maybe because of the sugar.
Yeah, because you put sugar and you shake, and leave it for like 20-30 minutes, and you already have the cough syrup.
Okay.
And this cough syrup lasts only 24 hours, and then you must do a new one, but with the same onions.
Okay, that's good. But this one lasts for months. Immediately you refrigerate it. It's this for yes, and it's very, very potent.
Yeah.
It's very potent. Okay, so for your flu bomb, very important. By this time of the year, people are having flu. People are coming down with flu. People had COVID, a lot of things. For the flu bomb, you need, you might write it down. Number one, you will need your garlic, finely chopped garlic. You need your ginger, finely chopped. 1 drop of eucalyptus oil. This is your eucalyptus oil. And then you need your cayenne pepper. This is your cayenne pepper. 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Then you need your lemon and honey. So we don't have our lemon here, but we have honey. So when you mix all these ingredients together, finely grated, you now pour a cup of hot water on
Okay,
it.
sorry, take
This one,
take it
garlic,
again.
Eucalyptus oil.
How many?
1 drop.
One
Just
drop.
1 drop is okay.
We're
A drop.
too fast. Garlic, ginger, cayenne pepper, and what again?
Eucalyptus oil. Lemon.
Honey, lemon.
Honey. What else again?
So once again, your garlic, your ginger, finely chopped, 1 drop of eucalyptus oil, cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon, not tablespoon, your lemon, and your honey. Then you boil.
She's prestige. She's modern. She's traditional. She's magnificent. She's beautiful. She's 40 and fabulous Naija.
Hallelujah. 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 If you're fabulous, if you're fabulous, if you're fabulous, if you're fabulous, she's strong, vibrant, independent. She's brave, able and courageous, empathetic, value, she's cherished. She's a mom, sister and wifey, mother to all generation, yeah. No, yeah, 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 marama.
I do this and it can last for 3 months, even without refrigeration. Without putting it in the refrigerator, it can stay.
How do we protect it, preserve it?
So the flu bomb is finished like that when you
The
put
flu
the
bomb
water.
is finished, then you
So how
keep
long
taking
can
for
you keep
24
it?
hours.
Only it's valid for 24 hours.
Yes, you'll be sipping it. But I'm more interested in the fire cider because that one lasts long. And it's the same ingredients also.
For the flu bomb now, there's a
Fire cider, yeah. If you're ready, we give you the ingredients. So you use apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar. So what I do is, because I make it in large quantity, I don't need to make it every day. So I get this, you know, this mayonnaise bottle, the empty one. So I pour this cider, the apple vinegar, like half of the bottle. Then I put 1 tablespoon, I'm sorry, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. I put 1 whole onions chopped. I put 2 roots of ginger. I put 5 cloves of garlic. I use 1 whole lemon. Cut it. Whole lemon means you are not squeezing just the water, but you cut it into pieces and put it. Then you now pour everything into the bottle and put the apple cider vinegar. Cover it and leave it for 3 days. Then you start taking it. Just at each point, you will take 1 teaspoon of it. Please, I need us to be together. I said when the flu bomb is ready after 3 days, when you want to take it, take 1 teaspoon of it, put it in half glass of water and drink. You are okay. When your flu bomb is ready after the 3rd day, take 1 spoon of it. You know, you will now filter it so that all those things will go out. You filter it. Though me, I stay more than 3 days. At times I leave it for more. So what it does is that cider vinegar has extracted the whole power of this. So you now sieve and keep it. So you have your fire cider. When you want to take it, you use 1 teaspoon, put it in half glass of water and drink. It is powerful. It is even more potent than the flu bomb. And then it can stay up to 6 months. Up to 6 months. Meaning you can travel with it. Wherever you are going, you can go with it. You have it for your cold, for your flu, for your congestion, respiratory challenges, asthma. My son actually has asthma. And it was not easy taking care of him. I know when he starts wheezing, it's always a big problem. So I tried all this with him. And I know the one that has worked best for him is this fire cider. It actually works. So you use it. All right, we'll go ahead and I think that's about that for onions. That's about that for our onions. We will now go into garlic. Before we leave onions, do you have any question for onions?
I just wanted to ask about these ingredients. The whole onion, the roots of ginger, cloves, and the whole lemon. Are we blending it?
No, I say finely chop.
Okay.
Chop it.
Okay.
Cut it pieces small. Now, one thing you will know about onions is a drawer. It pulls things. It's extract. So please and please, a lot of people make mistake. When they want to cook in the kitchen, they will be managing onions, remain this and keep that they will use for the next day. Don't. It attracts a lot of poison. Don't ever cook with leftover onions. It's not good at all. When you cannot finish using your onions, discard it, or you use it for odor control. You use it for odor control, but don't ever eat that onions the second time. Onions is so powerful that when you paint a new building, and you paint a building and you want the odor to go, you just put your onions there and it draws the smell. It's that powerful.
Okay, some people that can't do without eating leftover onions wants to know, what if you cut it and you put it in the fridge?
Except if you put it in a glass jar and put it in a deep freezer.
Glass jar.
Glass jar, yes. Glass jar. Not even plastic
But you
wrap.
cannot put glass in the deep freezer.
So don't
Don't
discard
just
it.
mean it.
Just discard. Okay, so we go to the next thing, garlic. Garlic is one of the most powerful remedies that God has given to us free of charge. This thing you see is so powerful. A lot of people don't like using it because they say it smells. But the smell there is the allicin. So a lot of people use, they say they want to use this garlic that they remove the odorless garlic, they swallow it in pills. If they remove it, the allicin is being removed, and that is the antibiotic that is there. That is the most potent thing in garlic. So I used to ask people, which one will you choose? Will you choose the odor of your mouth? Somebody can't manage it, or you choose the power of the garlic working in your system. So it's always better. But I love people who chew garlic. I love men that choose garlic, that use it. So what I did, what works for me is when I chop it up, like at times I use my teeth to cut it, then I swallow it. If you swallow it, it also works. If you take this every day, I'm telling you real life things that has happened. My kids were always so sick for years, my daughter, but by the time I started using garlic every morning, I just give it to them, they cut it and swallow it with water. They became very healthy. Just that. Because this garlic is antibiotic, is antifungal, is antiviral.
Wow.
Is antiviral, is antifungal, is antibiotic. There's nothing, I don't know how many things that are most powerful than garlic. I think what comes closer is just moringa. So these are the things you will use to build your immunity. We don't need to get sick. At times doctors are on strike, we don't need to get sick. Please, ladies, this is for you. And also, it also helps your hormone, to balance your hormones. Okay, so this garlic, like I said, you can use it every day by swallowing or chewing or cooking. When you're cooking it, when you open garlic, it is best when you cut it, you leave it for a while. It will activate the potency, it will activate the state. Now, when you're having, the way we used this, when a child or somebody is having respiratory issues, you can also crush this garlic or cut it thinly, place it here, and put on your feet. Did you notice that these onions, we can put onions directly on your feet, right? Mm-hmm. But when it comes to garlic, never ever put the garlic on your skin because it's going to burn you. Mm-hmm. So what you do is, yes, it burns. What you do is you chop it and put it on this cloth. Let's do it quickly.
But can you also boil it? Like, if I want to make stew, right, like this, I cut the onions, then I cut the garlic, and I first fried before doing my stew.
When you fry garlic, do you notice that one thing we have noticed when you want to cook? I want you to try that thing. When you want to cook and you fry your garlic in the oil, fry, overcook it, it loses most of the properties. That's why it's better to take it maybe in your tea, to take it when it's not.
So you can make tea out of that?
Yes, you can actually add a clove and put it in your tea. So you see what I did now, wrap it here, then I put it. Don't ever put directly, you put it. Now we go to ginger. Ginger is good for nausea. It's good for digestive systems. It's good for bloating. If you're bloated, it enhances your digestion. So you can always make ginger tea. You can always put it in your tea, chop it, take your ginger as much as possible. But today we're looking at how you can use ginger to treat yourself. Ginger works on your bones. When you have arthritis, you have pain, back pain. It's not every time you must swallow diclofenac. It's not every time you swallow drugs. So what you do is this. You take your cheesecloth, and then simple, very, very simple.
Excuse me.
So now you have your ginger. So for your parents that are having arthritis, in fact, young people now, 20 years, they are having arthritis. People are having back pain.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. If you're fabulous, if you're fabulous, if you're fabulous, if you're fabulous, she's strong, vibrant, independent. She's brave, able and courageous, empathetic, value, she's cherished. She's a mom, sister and wifey, mother to all generation, yeah. No, yeah, 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 marama.
Next thing I'm going to do is to put a plastic. Please, whatever you are doing, always put a plastic. Sorry, help me. Why do you need to put plastics? Does anybody, can you try? Keeps
So it doesn't evaporate.
Speak up, let's hear you.
Keeps so that the power, the strength, everything stays.
Absolutely, you guys are amazing. So that the moisture, to retain the moisture. To retain the moisture. And when you do that, you use your bandage and fasten it.
We can actually use this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You can use that. In fact, when I had my accident on this leg, this is what I was doing. It didn't stop me from anything. I was just wrap my leg, wear my clothes. You wouldn't even see that I tied it. But it's there working. Simple. So when you put the ginger After some time, it will start becoming hot, as if it's very hot. Don't worry, ginger will not burn you. No matter how hot it is, it will not burn your skin, unlike garlic. The more hotter it is, means the more the inflammation. So what it does is it draws out the inflammation that is causing you that pain. So the hotter it is means that place is really, really inflamed. So you leave it, you can leave it for like 6 hours. So you can even put it and sleep overnight. Yeah. But when it becomes unbearable, you can remove it, then put it again. You can even put 2 times a day.
Can I do this for my waist pain as well?
Absolutely, any pain. What causes pain is inflammation. The tissue there, whatever is happening there is an inflammation. So you use it to pull. So you don't need to take drug for everything. Try these things. Except when it gets uncontrollable, then you can now go to hospital. So you see the things we're using here are very cheap things, very, very cheap. They don't leave, you don't have any side effects, nothing. These are the things you can also use at home. You can teach people in your communities. All right, so this is about ginger. So you use it for joint, for arthritis.
40 and fabulous Naija.
You use it for inflammation. Another drawer we have that is very potent is the potato. The ginger works on where did I say the ginger works on? Bones. Deep, when it is deep. Then potato works on the soft tissues, not the bone. It removes the inflammation from the soft tissues. So that is what you will understand. All these things work, but where do they work better? Okay, so the same thing we did for the ginger is what we do for the potato. You just very easy, doesn't take your time. You quickly grate your potato. At times I don't even start peeling it. You just wash it and grate. This is Irish potato, not the sweet potato, the Irish potato. Now, everything I have used, I'm showing you, they are the things I've also used. Please, I will encourage you to use them. When you use them or use it on people, you will see how it works. I had an accident. Okay, I had an accident and it was very bad. You can see these things. They are the accident I had. If I show you the picture, you know it. Every here, this place was really, really bad. The pulse and everything. I took antibiotics for days. It did not help. So when I use this potato poultice, this is all I did. I put it there and I used my wrap, my plastic, wrap it. It won't be too big, just a little to cover it. You understand? You cut it to the size of this, a little above. So this, the normal size, the best size should be this. This is okay. Then you use your bandage and bandage it. In just 2 days, I used, in fact, the next 24 hours, it has pulled all the pores from my feet. And that is how you see my feet got healed. I used it. When all antibiotics I took did not work.
So you can actually use one.
Yes. Like that pores, it needed to be pulled out. It needed to be pulled out, you know. This is not all. Even for the scrotum, for men, you use it. There was a man that had, they put a catheter on him and that thing gave him wound or whatever, and he started bringing out pus. How do you treat such wound? How? Look at the place it was, you know. So it is the poultice. I just told him, go and buy potato. He did it. I can show you his message. He was thanking me in just 24 hours. In just 24 hours. So these things are very handy. They don't have any side effects. So you can use it on your children. All right, the next thing we'll do now, before we go to the, which one do we do? Okay, let's do cayenne pepper, and we'll take chacola. So for cayenne pepper, what you now do is you use tissue. We said cayenne pepper is a stimulant. Cayenne pepper is a stimulant. It's not like the stimulant like the alcohol that stimulates you, the nervous system stimulant. No, it stimulates blood. And I tell you, wherever you have wound, wherever there is disease, if there is no blood flow, it cannot heal. So you need something to move the blood. Cayenne pepper moves the blood. So if you're having any issue, you will use cayenne pepper. Now that cayenne pepper is dry, how do you make the poultice? So what you simply do is you use your castor oil. When you take this paper towel, you put your castor oil on it. Sorry, here is not a perfect workstation, please. Just let's manage the workstation we have. Okay. So this is a cold pressed castor oil. You pour it on the paper towel. And then you sprinkle. Are you seeing what I'm doing? You sprinkle your cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is one of the natural wonders because the way it moves blood, that even if somebody is having heart attack, please always be with your cayenne pepper. It might be for you, it might be for another person. I do not travel without these two things. I can't travel without it. So you drink it in case of accidents, in case of heart failure, whatever, heart attack, you drink it. But this one now is for treatment. So if somebody has like diabetes, that you're having cold feet, blood is not circulating well, then you have peripheral neuropathy. So you use this cayenne pepper and put on the feet. You know, you don't use hot water for somebody who has has diabetes, who does not feel it, or who has cold feet. You don't use hot water, but you use cayenne pepper to draw blood to that place. You use cayenne pepper to draw blood. So you just put it where the socks and the person goes to sleep. That's what you do. So it is very. Then when you have wound, I had a wound here, I had a cut and it was bleeding. I just put my cayenne pepper on it. It will sting you immediately, but it stops. Just bear that 1 second. It won't sting you more than 5 seconds. And when it heals, it does not leave a scar. When it heals immediately, open wound. Yes, if you can do it immediately. Then when you drink it, you put a half teaspoon. When you're having high blood pressure, all these things, you put it, mix it and drink. When you drink it, it's different from the other peppers. It will just sting you for a few minutes and that is all. Cayenne pepper. It is one of the most precious gifts God has given to us. Now for castor oil. Let's do castor oil. Castor oil, you can also use it as poultice. There is something we use. I got, you know, there's something that looks like diaper. It has foam inside. Do you know that thing they use on the hospital beds? That's
The plastic.
the plastic. There is one that has a little foam in it that they put that water doesn't go through. So I didn't have it. I've looked for it. I have it in the house. I wanted to show you because this castor oil penetrates deeper. It goes deepest into the tissues, and it breaks whatever is on its way. It breaks it down. So you use it in your womb, in your stomach, you use it in the breast. There are some cases, early cases of even breast cancer. It breaks it. It breaks lumps, this castor oil. So even for fibroid, it is not big. You just tie it. I don't know how I can show that to you, but assuming this is the plastic, what I even did was I had to put rope on my own so that I just tie it. I just tie it where I can tie it on my leg. When I had the accident, I have pain. I tie it on my leg because they said I was going to have, I did MRI, and they said I was going to have a surgery. I never had that surgery today. So I kept on tying this castor oil. So, and for women, now we have talked about breast cancer. Another thing causing breast cancer is your bra. Please, women, your bra. If you wear this bra that have iron, don't wear the bra with iron because it doesn't allow your lymph drainage, because you have the lymph nodes here. The drainage is not complete. If you are feeling sleepy, you can jump. You will jump in my class. You jump up and down.
See who is talking.
Okay, so please try as much as possible. Don't wear your bra to sleep. Then, if you have a lump or anything, you can put the castor oil. Very, very.
Rub it. You just rub it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That you have to put it in that kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it now.
Like a pad or something.
Like a pad, but it has to have plastic. This is okay, but there should be plastic to retain the oil.
Okay.
So that the oil will keep on working. Your body will keep absorbing it. Okay. Your body will keep absorbing it. In fact, most of the nights, my house, I even put it on my navel when I want to sleep. So I just put a drop there. So castor oil is very, very, very powerful. And when you want to use it, please use the one that is cold pressed, original cold pressed castor oil. So these are the things we have in nature, things that are abundant, things that are free, and we can always use. So I hope you don't have question in the cayenne pepper. We're done with this, and we are now going to our powerful charcoal. Charcoal is one of the greatest wonder of this world because it works like, to just explain it, is like magnets. When you bring pin and put on a magnet, it holds it, attract. That is what the magnet, that is what charcoal does. It is very porous. When there is a toxin, there is poison. Okay, the castor oil, sorry, she said we should repeat the castor oil. We said the castor oil penetrates down, it absorbs and it breaks whatever is in its way. So it breaks lumps, it breaks even fibroid, sorry. It breaks even when we've had testimonies. I didn't say when you have breast cancer, don't go to the hospital, no. But if it's in the early stage that is still small and you use it consistently, not only using it, you will remove the sugar, milk, because now let's talk about sugar. Sugar Cancer loves the most important thing cancer loves. The best friend cancer has is sugar. Because it helps one cell, the cancer cell takes 15 times sugar than the normal cell. That is why it develops fast. Do you understand? So, if you don't want to have cancer, or you have cancer, please run away. You have no business with anything sugar. Most of the times when you starve cancer, you see those things it loves and you starve it, the cancer will go. It's not when they are treating you, you are still taking those things, and you now go from stage 2 to stage 3. We are now women over 40. We're going to 50, we're going to 60, and we have higher risk of those things. Please, my people, sugar and your health, which one is more important? We see during breakfast, people are taking sugar, that white thing, as white and sweet as it is. It is snake, snake is even better than it. It is a viper. It destroys the brain cells, it destroys your body homeostasis and everything. So as much as possible, stay away from sugar. And when you stay away from sugar, your body adjusts to it. There was a time I stopped taking sugar in my car. Nothing sugar. In just 1 week, I didn't even feel the need of sugar again. Your body, your tongue, your taste bud will adjust to it. The same thing with Maggi. The same thing, that's monosodium glutamate. The same thing with Maggi. Please try as much as possible to stay away from those things. So we're talking about cancer. We say that as you are putting this, you just went to the hospital, you see one small dot, and your faith agrees that you say, okay, doctor, give me 3 months, let me check and come back. You change your diet, you remove sugar, then you use this and place on it. Most times we have had good testimonies that improved it and disappeared. So that is cancer, that is a castor oil. You use it for fibroid, you use it for lumps anyway. I have somebody who has goiter, but because she's 80-something years, she doesn't want to do surgery. She has goiter. So what she started using was castor oil pack. Every night she's going to bed, she puts it and she ties her scarf. She goes where she's going to. The same thing with these onions. You know, when you have cough and sore throat, I forgot. When you have sore throat, tie your onions. Use scarf, tie it. Go where you are going to be walking. So those are the things. So we're going to
repeat that again. When you have
sore throat,
tie your onion. Where do you tie it?
You tie it here. That is like you put it here now, chop it like this.
Yeah.
If this is onions, your onions now, you put this cloth here. Put your thing, tie it.
You go out.
You go out. You wear something. Nobody will even notice what you're doing.
Okay.
What you do. You understand? So, and it's working already. All right. So any question before we go to charcoal?
Castor oil, can we use it by rubbing on skin and use a wrap nylon?
Like when we take this castor oil,
Rub it on the skin.
rub it on the skin, use this nylon. No. It has to be in something that will retain the oil.
But then this, maybe this leather, not this normal nylon, but the other one that is like silicone.
Whatever it is must retain the oil. If it is something and will not leak the oil out, then you can use it. Okay, we're going to charcoal. Charcoal is the most important natural remedy I can think about, and it's God's gift to nature. It's very cheap, it's very affordable. You can do it in your house, like we said that day. You can use your coconut shell, you can burn it on a live coal, you can prepare it yourself, but you can also buy it in the pharmacies. It has a tablet. If you don't want to drink it like this, it has tablet. You can ask for activated charcoal. It is so potent that when you are there, people put poison inside your food. Poison that kills people. And then you just take your charcoal, it neutralizes it. So it absorbs and it absorbs all toxins. But then don't take it when you are taking medication because it might neutralize the effect of the medication. So for external use, we call it poultice. You can make a poultice of it and use it on wounds, on sores, on even your kidney, your liver. You can use it in different places. So how do you make the poultice of activated charcoal? What you do is you put your charcoal, let's say 1 tablespoon. Now if you mix it with water, after some time, in a few minutes, it will dry off. So you now need something that is mucilaginous, that is going to still keep it. So you now use what we use that is easily available is your normal gari that you eat. So you put a little gari there, depending on the quantity of the charcoal, and then you use water. Gari, I think there's not enough because you use half of this to 1 tablespoon charcoal. Sometimes you need to leave it for like 2 minutes. You know that the gari used to rise. So you can leave it for 2 minutes. It rise, but if you don't have that time, you can just add a little more to it. Charcoal is good because it pulls, it draws also, pulls whatsoever toxin, whatever. That is why if you have somebody who has kidney disease, when you put it on the kidney, by morning, if you remove this thing, it will be smelling like urine. It will be smelling like urine. And then, you know, wounds are different. There are some terrible, terrible wounds that are open, like the story of the woman I told you that they wanted to amputate her feet. So I used this activated charcoal and wrapped her and pulled it out. But remember, every time, remember the blood has to move. So before treatment, what I do to get better results is when I do hot and cold, or when I use this to increase blood flow to the area. If you want to do hot and cold, you do 3 minutes hot, maybe ice water, 3 minutes hot water, sorry, and then 3 seconds ice water. When you do 3 seconds, you remove it, you put ice. And the good thing about the activated charcoal is you can reuse it. The way you manage the good things and total abstinence from things that will harm you. Temperance, everything you do. In what you eat, in what you drink, in whatsoever, temperance is very key in optimal health. I think we're going to stop here today. I want to really thank you for being with us. And
fabulous, if you're fabulous, if you're fabulous,